Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and thank you for tuning in to Canal Algérie's Nightly News. I'm your host, Laetitia Sidqawi. To the headlines. The list of dead people keeps increasing in Libya, seriously hit by the severe floods, and the Algerian civil defense crews are actively participating in rescue operations. The Sino-Algerian Business Forum winds up with the signing of more than 15 agreements pertaining to several key sectors. The National Football Championship kicks off today with an unexpected harsh competition between the title holders and other serious contenders. Welcome back. We begin with updates on the situation in Libya following the devastating Mediterranean Danielle storm. The Algerian Civil Defense Team continue their search and rescue operation in the city of Derna with the help of the diverse teams supported by rescue and search trained dogs, in addition to the medical delegation specialized in disaster medicine accompanying them. The Algerian Civil Defense Team was able to recover 5 victims stuck under the rubble. As a reminder, the work of these teams is in the framework of the aid offered by Algeria to the brotherly country of Libya, pursuant to the instructions of the President of the Republic and in response to the high authorities in Libya. In the same context, the confirmed death toll of the floods that hit the east of Libya surpassed 5,000. However, the mayor of Derna affirmed that it might have reached 20,000. A precise tally of the number of deaths is difficult to determine. On the other hand, around 7,000 people are injured and around 10,000 people are reported missing. On the eve of celebrating the World Democracy Day, coinciding with the 15th of September of each year, the Bureau of the Council of the Nation, chaired by Saleh Koujil, indicated in a communiqué that Algeria witnesses a consolidated democratic process via the development program initiated by the President of the Republic, who fulfilled his commitment since his election. Among the major achievements, according to the same press release, is the constitutional amendment on November 1st, 2021. The Prime Minister Ayman bin Abdurrahman chaired on Thursday a cabinet meeting held at the government palace, during which the following points were discussed. In the field of justice, the government has examined a preliminary bill on combating counterfeiting and the use of counterfeit. This draft bill, which was initiated in implementation of the instructions of the President of the Republic, aims to deal with such crimes in all their forms. In the field of housing, the Minister of Housing submitted a draft executive decree which requires institutions and groups of institutions and associations of institutions working within the framework of the implementation of public procurements for certain sectors of activity to have a certificate of professional qualification and classification. Lastly, the Minister of Labour, Employment and Social Security submitted 5 executive decrees that are in implementation of the provisions of the law on prevention and settlement of collective labour disputes and the exercise of the right to strike. Pursuant to the recent reshuffle made by the President of the Republic and the body of provincial governors and deputy governors, the Minister of Interior, Brahim Murad, presided on Thursday over the installation ceremonies of the governors Ibn Abbas, Saleh, and Shluf. On the occasion, the Interior Minister highlighted the efforts of the high authorities in the country for the success of the new social year. In cooperation, the Minister of Justice, Abdelrashid Tibbi, received the Vietnamese Deputy Minister of Justice. The meeting is part of the legal and judicial cooperation between both ministries of justice, especially in the field of training and exchange of knowledge and expertise. On the occasion, the Cooperation Executive Program for the year 2024-2025 was signed. We remain in cooperation with the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Abdel Hafid Henni, received on Thursday Sheikh Faleh bin Nasser bin Ahmed bin Ali Al Thani, Minister of Environment and Climate Change of the State of Qatar. The two parties discussed means to promote cooperation and partnership relations between both countries in the field of agriculture, notably animal husbandry, strategic agriculture, research and innovation, and the protection of the environment. The Sino-Algerian Businessman Forum held in Iran province wound up with the signing of more than 15 agreements pertaining key sectors, a real boost to the existing partnership between the two countries. More details with Najah Tayyab.
Crowned by the signing of 15 partnership agreements between the Algerian and Chinese companies, the Algerian-Chinese Business Forum was an opportunity to highlight the investment code, the advantages and the facilitations granted to investors, and also debate various partnership opportunities between the two countries, particularly in the field of construction, steel and metal processing, and telecommunications.
We came
to this forum with the Algerian authorities and the Algerian partnerships to create an added value, search for opportunities, and for joint work.
The
President of the Republic's visit to our country has given a new impetus to our participation in the building and railway sector. We are highly satisfied with the granted facilitations.
Suite à la visite de votre président,
it's at your President of the Republic's request in his visit to China. We participate in this forum to reinforce the ties of our partnerships.
Avec nos partenariats algériens.
Oran province is a very attractive city due to its economic, industrial and tourist potential and its industrial land, knowing that 1,000 hectares are available and ready to be granted immediately. The presence of Chinese businessmen is the proof to the openness of our country and the will to develop relations with China to a level which reflects the deep friendship binding the two countries and the historical relations which unite them. The discussions focused on the advantages and potentials of Oran province in investment. We noted the goodwill of the Chinese to really invest in Algeria and also create partnerships.
Après la visite effectuée, bien réussie par le président Tebboune, on a bien choisi Oran.
After the President of the Republic's successful visit, we have chosen Iran as the first destination to discover the advantages and the local potential and all types of opportunities.
On peut découvrir à travers ce genre de voyage.
The Algerian-Chinese Business Forum represents a new beacon of collaboration, creating a conducive business climate to achieve promising prospects aimed at boosting the national economy.
The Finance Minister, Aziz Fayed, chaired on Thursday the installation ceremony of new General Manager of the Algerian Customs, Abdelhafid Boukhouch. Taking the floor, the Finance Minister stressed the necessity of speeding up the modernization process to facilitate the different transactions, while the freshly installed Customs boss vowed to consolidate the positive aspects and get rid of the negative ones. In Morocco, a week after the earthquake that hit several regions of the kingdom, the toll continues to rise with more than 3,000 deaths and 5,000 wounded, while many remain under the rubble, waiting for the rescue operations, which are experiencing major slowness given the flagrant lack of means. In the Sahrawi file, the Geneva Support Group for Western Sahara organized a conference on the responsibility of Spain and the international community regarding the decolonization of Western Sahara, during which the participants stressed the need for the Spanish government to return to its original position concerning the Sahrawi issue and respect the international legality to facilitate the process of decolonization of the last colony in Africa. In this respect, the ambassador of Zimbabwe and chairman of the group reaffirmed in his presentation during this meeting organized on the sidelines of the 54th session of the UN Human Rights Council, which began last Monday in Geneva, that the international community must complete the decolonization of Western Sahara and assume responsibility, and also stress the responsibility in this regard of the former colonial power, Spain. The National Football Championship kicks off today with an unexpected harsh competition between the title holders, CR Belouizdad, and other serious contenders willing to snatch the championship and secure continental participation. More details with our sports reporter, Salim Mirah.
After the summer break, the National League teams are back to competition with a long season ahead. The race for the title wouldn't for sure be easy with the emergence of serious contenders to CR Belouizdad, the title holder, notably with the cup winner USM Algiers, GS Kabylie, Mouloudi Algiers and CS Constantine. All these teams have hired excellent players to better compete locally and regionally. Surprises are not excluded, with underdogs, notably the teams which progressed to the first division in the likes of ES Pinaknun and USUF. Mouth-watering games are planned for the first week. A Socialist takes on MC Orange, Bluesdet Luc Hans with USUF, and Simagra faces GS Kabylie, while MCA is to meet ES Pinaknun, the newcomer to the professional league. All teams kick the competition on equal footing. The race seems to be harsh, and the real winner is for sure the football lovers, who have to be faithful with their teams and back them, notably during dire circumstances.
The rich Indonesian cultural heritage was displayed to the Algiers inhabitants, who were eager to discover the crafts of this Asian country, but mainly the techniques of preserving the immense products, notably in terms of traditional garments. Najah Tayyar once again.
Highlighting the richness and cultural diversity of Indonesia, this event takes place for the exhibition of various Indonesian handmade products.
L'événement de Batik in Algiers 2023, organisé par l'ambassade d'Indonésie.
The event of Batik in Algiers 2023 is an event organized by the Indonesian Embassy in Algiers that intends to promote the Indonesian culture through Batik products exhibition. Starting from now, we are trying to promote the Batik culture abroad, especially on North Africa and Algeria. The theme was sharing and diversity. The event was also an opportunity for visitors to discover the country's craftsmen's skills, notably the jewelry, painting and traditional clothing.
Tahun 2010 atau 2010.
I work in this domain since 2010, and I had the opportunity to develop this product's potential, especially the batik products. I'm inspired by all provinces of Indonesia, and that explains the variety of colors and patterns in my product.
Kita memproduksi bermacam-macam perhiasan.
We are exhibiting here the Indonesian traditional jewelry made of Indonesian gems, diamonds and copper. On site, we witnessed the creation of a technique known as batik, an art form classified as a cultural heritage by the UNESCO since 2009. It is a fabric printing technique that consists of drawing different patterns using hot wax to reflect the ancient daily life of Indonesians. The Algerian traditional crafts are so vibrant with color shades and shapes, just like the Indonesians. I can clearly see the similarities between the two countries, also an opportunity to exchange cultures between these two countries. This meeting was a cultural exchange and a sharing space, also an opening onto the culture and the traditional crafts of Indonesia.
That was all for tonight's bulletin. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.